Okay, so today we're going to be learning how to find parallel lines. And we will be finding parallel lines with an equation. And I'll try and do two examples this time. So, the equation we have, I'm going to use the format of y equals mx plus b. I strongly suggest anytime you have a test or homework that you write this at the top of the corner of your page to help you remember this formula, this format, or whatever you prefer to call it. And if you're watching this, you probably already know what this means. Like I said in the last videos, m is slope, which is how steep the line is on a graph, and b is the y-intercept, which is where the line intersects the y-axis. And then these are at this x and this y, they're points. If you have points, to plug them in, and we'll use that today to find parallel lines. So our equation that we're trying to find a parallel equation to is y equals, see, we're using the format y equals mx plus b. So y equals 2x plus 4. And then the 2 points, see, we'll use 4 and 20. Okay, so now we're trying to find parallel lines. And parallel lines are so much easier than perpendicular lines. And if you want to learn how to do perpendicular lines, I have a video on that called Finding Perpendicular Lines. And this right here is our equation. And we're going to find an equation that's parallel to that. And once we get those two equations, if you were to graph them, you would see that those are parallel to each other. So what we're trying to find to do parallel lines is the y-intercept b and the slope m. Well, let's just think about it. If lines are going to be parallel, what are they going to have in common? Just think of that. Do a quick sketch. Just try and do two parallel lines. You can pause it if you need to. But I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead. Well, they're going to have the same slope. They're going to have the same m. So we already have the slope, and the slope is 2. So we can rewrite it as m equals 2x plus 4. And if you did a quick sketch, and you saw that the y-intercept isn't going to be the same, because if the y-intercept and the slope are the same, the lines are going to be the two lines are going to be the same, and they're going to be right on top of each other. And we're trying to find parallel lines with these points. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of this equation's y-intercept, and we need to plug in plus b. Plus b. So then I'll rewrite it. So y equals 2x plus b. And now we're trying to find the y-intercept with this equation. And if you don't know how to use the equation, you should learn how to use an equation. And I'll bring up another video about that. And so now what we're trying to do is we're trying to find b. But you can't find that we wouldn't be able to find b with these two other variables. So we need to find a way to get rid of these variables and turn them into numbers. Well, right up here we have the point 420. So let's try and find a way to plug this in. So let's do equals 2. I'm going to just skip ahead. Equals 2. Right. And we're going to need to plug these in right here. Since this is the y, and this is the x is right there, and the y is right there. What if we took 4 and plugged it in right here, and then put 20 and plugged it in right there? So we'll take the 20 here, and we'll plug it in for the y. We'll put the 4 here, and plug it into the x, because the 4 is x, so this would be x, and this would be y. And then we bring down our plus b. So now we have one variable, and we can solve this with an easy equation. So what we'll do is we'll do 2 times 4, which is 8. It's a weird 8, sorry. And we can bring down the other, and bring down plus b in the 20. So now it's just a one-step equation, and we're still solving for the y-intercept b. So what we need to do is we need to subtract 8, and if you do one thing to one side of the equation, you have to do it to the other. So 20 minus 8 is 12. So 12 equals b. So b equals 12. And so now we have everything that we need to write our equation. So the next step is to write our equation. So we have our slope, which is the same in both equations, but the y-intercept is not going to be the same. So now that we found the y-intercept, we can write our equation. So our equation, using the format of y equals mx plus b, is going to be y equals our slope, which is going to be 2x plus 12. And if you were to graph this, you would see that these two lines would be parallel to each other. And I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, please post it in the comments or email me at skylartyler48@gmail.com. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this helps you on your homework or test, and you better ace your test. Okay.